Yo, what's up, man? What's good with it? It's your boy Simba. Today I got a really dope video for y'all. It's I think at the moment the best video on YouTube, and it makes me super happy, super inspired. Makes me realize that things are a lot easier when you're not thinking about them, not talking about them, just getting it done. You know what I mean? And it's by this guy. I don't know what his last name is, but his first name is Jimmy, and he's well known as Mr. Beast. You know, a he is a white American content creator who's on YouTube, and he does a lot of humanitarian things, a lot of humanitarian things, and one of his projects that he recently did. I believe he put the video out on November 7th, not too long ago. And he built a hundred wells in Africa. Okay. Now, what really caught my attention was when I saw one of the flags, and I automatically knew, I'm like, yo, I know that flag. That's my flag. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. You know what I'm saying? And it really got me to be like, okay, what's going on over here? What's this man doing? And I know. On my last video, I even got on Candace Owens just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because she said that white men led the rest of the world to freedom, and I was throwing a little bit of slight at her because I'm like, please address the totality of circumference of that reality, which I felt like she wasn't doing. But in this case, this man has done that, and I think it's super dope to see what other people from other walks of life can provide to the table. You know what I mean? He went over there. He had an idea to build 100 wells, and he was able to accomplish that. And I think that's extremely commendable, because so many times I guess we're just not attacking the problems with solutions. And this right here was a beautiful example and display of investing in something, and how it's going to immediately make life easier. And when life is easier, the people that you didn't think could help you or contribute to some of the things that you're trying to fix will probably fix some of the problems, because they're not thinking about their own problems. Those problems are gone, and then now they could creatively come up with things, from their own expertise, because everybody has different expertise. Okay, so I know some people are getting on him because they feel as if he's taking advantage of this situation, and by clout chasing, but that's far from the truth. I believe even if there was a burning building and there was nobody around, and somebody had their camera and there was 12 people in there, and he ran in there and he saved all 12 people with the camera, then mission accomplished, my boy. We have to give you your love. Wait to boom wakaipa. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta just show this man some love. The people over there, trust me, they're very happy. And that's your country. They're very happy. You know what I'm saying? So what this is also showing me is that when I went to Zimbabwe and I was doing schooling over there, I was doing A levels. Now, while I was doing A levels, I realized that dang, most of the people around here, they all want to be doctors. They all want to be in the medical field. They all want to be scientists. But after seeing this, it really just opened my eyes. I was like, oh, this is what Africa needs. Africa, because we have brilliant medical staff, people who got straight A's every day of their life. That's what Africa, they get straight A's because they gotta make things happen. And it's very hard if you're competing with everybody who sees elsewhere as the harbor of opportunity. So everybody gets good grades. You know what I mean? Everybody gets excellent grades. Let me correct that. Uh, but everybody's trying to become a doctor. Everybody's trying to become in the medical field, a scientist, something like that. But what this has shown me is that we need architects. We need to push architecture, building of buildings, people who are creatively coming together with how to solve building things. The new generation as the builders. The new generation as, oh, we have all the headmasters. We're gonna give you guys a project on, okay, some of you guys are biologists, some of you guys are chemists, so you guys understand different chemicals. You understand, hey, let's invent a material that like a material that forms and hardens, so then we could permanently fix all the pothole situations. We could teach all the kids how to build houses, so we can have beautiful houses, beautiful streets, teaching how to build all these solar panels, just like, he displayed, other people that he hired to work for him. Solar panels, electricity, water. So then everything is very self-efficient. And what we're not going to do is we're not going to ignore the fact that sanctions and outside forces definitely do bring, Africans down, as well as the leaders. But this right here, it said, you know what? Don't worry about none of that. 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 Let's make it happen. Okay? Let's make it happen. What's so beautiful is that this is truly, truly inspiring. Now, what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to read something that CNN said. And I see that CNN has definitely reached out to African leaders, and they wanted to make this story like, hey, so what have you guys been doing all this time? But as African leaders, don't worry about that. Okay? Be able to congratulate this young man for making this happen in a couple of days. And the Africans, because you're African, as the African leader, your job is to enhance Africans, is to enhance the lifestyle, the happiness, the joy, the unity, the family structure, the global and economic power of your people, your military. Everything has to be super solid, untouchable. Everyone, and you guys all have to work together, right? Simple. Because this is quality. This is raising quality. Quality every single time. It has to be ding, 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 ding every single time. Right? Simple math. So we have to show love to this man named Jimmy. Good job, Jimmy. You've done very, very well. We have to give you your love. You've done so well, right? We see so many different influencers. You know, I might even seen Jimmy, you know, on a Kai Cenat stream, you know, talking to Kai Cenat while he's, you know, in jail, and he's glorifying jail, and all of his black friends that are with him in that jail that he's glorifying, and they're all, and Mr. Beast is he's calling in, he's saying, oh, well, don't worry, I'll bail you out. So, you know, he's like the savior, I guess. He's like the savior. I guess that's the character that his role on YouTube. And regardless, whatever the circumstances are, I'm mainly looking at what's happened and what's been shown as the possibilities. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I would have rather had Kai Cenat with him. Like, yeah, okay, he was on my thing doing that, but now we gonna do this because this is how we get down, right? And that would have been lit. But right now, what I'm gonna do, cause you know, again, it's all about love. I don't dislike people. I feel that if anything, it's okay to dislike things that are not good. It's not necessarily the people, but it's what they do. And if what they're doing is for money, and it's not favorable to the community, then it's a but what Mr. Beast has done is great. Good job, Mr. Beast. Good job, Jimmy. You're the guy. You're the guy on YouTube right now. And yeah, shout out Kwame Brown, because I would have never known about this if I didn't, you know what I'm saying, like peep Kwame Brown swag this morning, you feel me? But yeah, and Kwame Brown is very, very right. You know, it definitely it gets to the people who didn't do it first. But how long would it have taken for the first step to start? So the idea was set forth, the execution was done, 100 wells in a week. Incredible. Now, from here, 1,000 more should be done by those who were able to witness. Those who felt some type of way, now it's your turn to do 1,000 where you're from. It's your turn to encourage other people, especially these YouTubers, to inspire in a tangible way that really adds quality to human life, right? So what I'm gonna do here is, before I show this clip, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna read off what CNN said. And yes, African leaders, I feel y'all. It's all love though. Let's see the realities of what has happened and automatically add that reality to our planning and execution as of yesterday, as of today, as of tomorrow, for more success and more life. So there is less to fix and figure out, and more to be creative and to flourish from. So let's hear what CNN says. So CNN says, American YouTuber Mr. Beast's latest video, the greatest video on YouTube right now, all the black content creators, yo, I love y'all and everything, but you could do it too. You could do it too. But let's continue. Let's continue. Shout out to Jimmy. Shout out to Mr. Beast. American YouTuber Mr. Beast's latest video, in which he says he built 100 wells across Africa, has drawn a complex response online since it was published on Saturday. Some Kenyan activists and journalists said he has spotlighted the failures of the Kenyan government. I believe this is the same Kenyan government that recently had their conference, and this is the same Kenyan government that wants to send their soldiers to Haiti, which I don't think this is a good idea. We should be doing more constructive things, right? Anyway, has spotlighted the failures of the Kenyan government, while Mr. Beast, whose real name is Jimmy, shout out my boy Jimmy, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, anticipates that he will be canceled following the reaction. Now, great marketing tool to say something like this, because now people are going to say, why would he get canceled? Why would he get canceled? Why would he do that? He's doing something good. Way to put it out in the air. So then people grab onto it and you can control the narrative. Well done with that. The new wells will provide clean drinking water for up to 500,000 people in Cameroon, Kenya, Somalia, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. Donaldson said, while an accompanying fundraiser to support local water aid organizations have raised more than $300,000 by Monday morning. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Donaldson's 10-minute video also showed him donating supplies to Kenyan schools, such as new furniture, soccer balls, computers, whiteboards, and projectors, building a bridge across a river to safely connect a village with the local schools and hospitals, and donating bikes to a village in Zimbabwe to help children get to school. Every kid got a bike. Wow. See, I've been seeing all these different rappers. People are trying to address them. Hey, you guys should probably not rap about this if you're trying to live a double life. People are like, don't worry about what I'm rapping about. I help the people. Like, what are you talking about? These people are very, very But anyway, let's continue with the progressive energy that we are provided, by my guy Jimmy. Good job, Jimmy. So let's continue. Such as new furniture, soccer balls, computers, whiteboards, and projectors, building a bridge across a river to safely connect a village with the local schools and hospitals, and donating bikes to a village in Zimbabwe to help children get to school. Prominent activist Boniface Ngwandi contrasted Donald's actions with those of the Kenyan government, saying that we are a shameful, horrible country, a begging nation governed by millionaires. That right there is a very strong statement. They should have asked somebody else, because I'm pretty sure they would have voiced it a bit better. But then again, excellent work, Jimmy. Excellent work. You've done very well. I have to give you your credit, because I'm just so happy that the results were very, very promising. But let me continue. He added on X, formerly known on as Twitter, okay, every 5 years we give newly elected members of parliament and senators a CH5 million car grant, $33,000 in US. Fuel those cars every month, but we have no money to drill boreholes for our people. Similarly, freelance journalist Ferdinand Omondi lauded Donald's efforts but said that it's embarrassing that a YouTuber jetted into Kenya on a charity tour to perform tasks our taxes should have completed ages ago. Mm, 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 mm. I'm glad that he came up with this idea and felt it was necessary to execute. CNN reached out to the Kenyan government spokesperson for comment but had not received a response at the time of publication. Saren Kaba-Jones, founder and CEO of FACE, FACE in capital letters Africa, an organization working to improve water infrastructure and sanitation in sub-Saharan Africa, told CNN, "I've been doing this for 15 years, but we've been struggling to continue the work because funding, awareness, and advocacy all take work." Which is very, very true. Which is very, very true. Peoples, this is very true. But it's very possible and it can happen in a week. Let's continue. And then she added, overnight, this person comes along who happens to be a white male figure with a huge platform, and all of a sudden, he gets all the attention. It's kind of frustrating, but it's also understanding the nature of how the world is. And yes, other people who have the resources and the money to make things happen will make things happen. And when the priorities are project based instead of basic necessity based, beautiful things will happen. So now it's an opportunity for us to get creative, and for all the Africans who are worldwide who have accumulated what this young man has accumulated, to take note and to not only show this man the love for inspiring me and all of Africa and all of the world to do the same, but inspiring them to come up with creative ideas of what type of world would they like to see Africa in when they're driving, see the roads, see the buildings. This is lit. Good job, Jimmy. Good job, Jimmy. You've done a great job. Now let's continue. And then she added, oh, I said that part, but let me just say it again. And then she added, overnight, this person comes along who happens to be a white male figure with a huge platform, and all of a sudden, he gets all the attention. It's kind of frustrating, but also understanding the nature of how the world is. Yes, 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 he just changed the world. Yes, he just changed the world. Let's get it. She praised Donaldson for shining the spotlight on the need for clean water supply, but warned that the issue is sustainability. It's one thing to go in and install the well. It's another thing for us to go back to 3, 4, or 5 years from now and see if that well is still functional. The blueprint has been broken down. There's going to be more that are created, thousands, even millions. And with the kids learning about all this stuff, that's the easy fix. They're going to be creating this stuff. Kappa Jones told CNN the FACE, F-A-C-E, Africa, works in the areas where 60% of wells are broken and people go back to drinking from the creek because there was no infrastructure put in place for follow-up, for maintenance, for repair, and said she hoped Donaldson's well-building effort included this infrastructure. Don't worry. Do you know how many millionaires there are all over the world that are African? Do you know how many millionaires there are in every country that he went in? We have just been given the boost, the energy, the understanding, the wisdom. Now, passing on the wisdom to the youngins. So then they're investing in the youngins with this wisdom. So then that investment comes back infinity fold. Now let's continue. While much of the reaction to Donaldson's video seems to focus on how it shamed the Kenyan government, its creator anticipated a backlash, saying on X, Twitter, that he knows I'm gonna get canceled because I uploaded a video helping people, and to be 100% clear, I don't care. Again, I don't think you're gonna get canceled, and you knew you weren't gonna get canceled, but I like how you're controlling the narrative, and as you should, because more people need to hear about this. Aspiring Kenyan politician Francis Gaito criticized Donaldson's video, saying on X that it perpetuated the stereotype that Africa is dependent on handouts and philanthropic intervention, though Gaito's comments attracted criticism on their own. Donaldson is the most popular individual creator on YouTube with more than 200 million subscribers. He has become known for his philanthropy. Philanthropy. I was like, I've seen that word before. He has been known for his philanthropy, posting videos in which he sponsored 1,000 blind people's cataract surgery and bought prosthetic limbs for 2,000 amputees. Such videos have helped him build a business empire potentially worth more than $1 billion, and garnered him enough recognition that Time magazine named him one of the most influential people in 2023. Much respect. Some critics have previously accused Donaldson of exploiting vulnerable people to generate views and some critics have previously accused Donaldson of exploiting vulnerable people to generate views and revenue, but he said on X that I'm always going to use my channel to help people and try to inspire my audience to do the same. Wow, inspiring your audience to do the same. Shout out to all these other YouTubers. And that's that. So without further ado, guys, I'm excited to show you this video because, my goodness gracious, you've done a great job. And African leaders, please embrace this man. And please, week by week, there's so many kumushas everywhere. There's so many. And there's so many villages. And that just needs to be the projects. The headmasters everywhere. Potholes. Giving a new vision for what type of people can be part of the population and how they quickly fix and how they quickly develop the new world that we want to see. But again, Jimmy, you did a good job, man. I like you. Excellent work. And let's get all these other YouTubers, especially the black ones, to follow this man's lead. Shout out Candace Owens. But keep God first. Don't turn away from God. Don't turn away from God for money. Okay? Yeah, heard that, guys? Keep God first. Keep faith number one. Thank you, Jesus. Speak to Jesus at all times. Have the Holy Spirit guide you. Speak through you. Thank you, angels in heaven, for speaking through me, expressing through me, and having me receive like you. And thank you, archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel. Your efforts and your contributions are beyond limitless. And I'm so glad that I exist and all of these things exist for me. And the best part is that it exists for you too. But without further ado, my guy Jimmy, excellent work. Stay prayed up.
This is the first of 100 wells we're gonna build in this video. Oh, water! Oh, crap! You just witnessed a small village in Kenya get access to unlimited clean drinking water in less than a second. One down, 99 more wells in Africa to go. You're gonna love this video. Combined, these 100 wells are gonna give around 500,000 people fresh water to drink. And after building some more wells on this side of Kenya, we flew south to the school system of Nairiri. And let's just say, they were really happy to see us. How's it going? I was not expecting this. Thank you for the welcome. I'm not even sure how to react. I appreciate it, everybody. This village threw a welcome ceremony upon our arrival, and Nolan got really into it. Nolan's the most awkward person I've ever met, and that's a lot coming from me. And after being shown around the school...
Here comes our guest.
How's it going? Oh, you having a good day? It's nice meeting you. One of the teachers showed me where the students currently get their water, which is from this river. That's extremely unsafe to drink. This is where your students used to get water from?
Yes.
This is crazy.
Yeah. You know, students complaining of diarrhea, infections like typhoid, because this is the water we've been using. So we try to treat, but you see, look at it, you know, but at the end of the day, life has to move on. You have to get some water anyway.
This situation is obviously extremely sad. These children's lives are being limited and sometimes cut short from being forced to drink unsafe water. But at least for this village, we're gonna put an end to it right now. I don't think this John's gonna fit. I'm a big head. Let's see if we can find some water. Whoa, whoa. It is raining! It's beautiful! After the water comes out of the ground, it's fed into enormous barrels like this one. And once they're built into the water towers, all of the neighboring villages will not only have clean drinking water, but a pressurized water source as well. Which, in short, means no more doing laundry and unsafe water.
And pull!
On a scale of 1 to Nolan's mom, how heavy is it?
Nolan's mom times 2!
Oh God. Dude, I'll push you off of it.
All right, here we go, under control.
We built 20 more wells in Kenya, and after we were done, bro has another well in. Don't worry, I have more water in my other shoe. And just so you know how we built these first 29 wells, we used this giant drill to dig hundreds of feet into the ground, past the polluted sources and into an enormous aquifer of pure drinkable water. After that, we spent time installing pipes so that people all around Africa can access water from spigots like this one in Nairiri. Let's see how it tastes. Like water. It took me about a minute to fill this 5-gallon drum. How much water can this provide a day?
3,600 gallons a day.
Not only will this well cover the 400 kids at this school, but literally the entire neighborhood and village around this school can use this well.
We say thank you for the water.
Oh, no problem. This thing can basically pump non-stop for 30 years. You would think that having an effect of this magnitude would require the resources and funding of a large government, but that's not true. Solving this problem is possible, and something humanity should all be putting effort in to fix.
What's the secret of success?
To be honest, just find something you love doing and do it for a long period, and eventually you'll succeed. So I'm gonna bring it super close. See us? Is that cool? Yes. If you look up, it's recording. All right, well, I'm gonna get close. All right. Yeah, you can see yourself. We were also able to install a well for this village, and these 12 other villages. And while we were finishing these wells, we were also able to update one of their schools with brand new computers. How are they liking it?
They like them.
Glad to see it turned out well. And we also updated the classrooms with new furniture, installed shelves and filled them with new books, donated a soccer ball for every student, and even put modern whiteboards and projectors in all the classrooms. Do you guys like the projector?
Yes. We were using a chalk and then a lot of dust, but today everything is clean. We truly appreciate it.
No problem. It's the least we could do. But then when we flew out to the site of the 45th well, we realized this community had it even harder. Every time they need to get water, they need to take a treacherous mile-long hike through the jungle. And that mile-long hike also happens to be on a giant mountain.
I wake up very early, about 4 o'clock, so that I can fetch water for the school.
We are not safe fetching water here. That place is very slippery. Chances of getting an injury is very high.
So while we worked on their well, the community took me to see how they currently source their water. You guys would have to make this trip how many times a day?
2 times.
2 times a day. Oh, wow. So a typical student would carry something like this?
Yeah.
Oh, God. If 200 students did this every day, how hard could it be?
It could be very hard.
Oh boy. Dang, this is very steep. We're just walking down this mountain forever.
Every day.
It was actually surprising how difficult this hike was. And these people go through all of that just to get to this spigot. That's water is still unsafe to drink. This is where you guys get your water from normally?
Yes.
And filled with water, these jugs can weigh up to 40 pounds, which is insane for these children to be carrying up this mountain.
The ladies can carry 2 of those.
Oh, I totally can as well then. And as soon as these jugs were filled, it was time to head all the way back up.
Hurry up, let's go.
He's not even sweating or anything. I got it. And now, instead of spending hours a day for unsafe water, their new well is only 10 feet away from the school. So, they can just fill it up here now. I'm too tired. And so we were on our way to the next village where we built our 46th well, but we ran into a little problem. We found out that this village is divided in half by this huge, dangerous river. It may not look like much now, but when the rainy season comes, the water comes up this high and literally swallows this bridge. And why this bridge is such a big deal is the village is over there, the hospital and schools are over there, so they're crossing this bridge multiple times a day. Despite how dangerous this bridge is, it's their only option.
This river, when it is swollen, it can sweep away people, students, or even animals. In the recent past, we have lost about 3 people trying to cross this river.
This loss of life is insane and absolutely unacceptable. The moment we heard about this, we knew we had to help. So while we started work on a new bridge that would let them reach their well, we then traveled over 2,000 miles from Kenya to the country of Zimbabwe. We've been in Africa for over a week, and we still have a lot more wells to do.
You kind of smell.
I know, it's weird. I showered this morning.
Wow.
Yeah. If you let me finish, I can put my arms down. Can I count on you two to finish these wells with me?
Yes.
First on the agenda was to check out a local hospital that was in dire need of clean water. Upon entering, we learned how big of an impact this clinic had on the village. How many kids do you guys give birth to a year here?
In a month, about 50.
Do 600 births a year? Wow. But unfortunately, the pregnant mothers at this clinic have to walk over a mile just to get water, and then carry these heavy buckets all the way back. However, the good news is we paid for the construction of a new modern well for them. All that needed to be done now was to turn it on. All right, Nolan, are you ready?
I'm ready. Over.
Let me get a dramatic zoom in. Nolan, I pressed the button. Is it working?
It's flowing.
Oh. Do we want to go check it out?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I love how people are immediately just getting water right now. This is easily the coolest thing ever.
Nolan here is a professional dancer. Yes. He will join.
How do I always end up dancing?
What is he doing? Oh gosh. I won't make you watch this anymore. Besides ensuring access to clean water, a lot of the students at this village lack transportation. So we decided to give all of them new bicycles. I know it looks like a lot of kids, but we bought a lot of bikes. Full disclosure, I don't know how to ride a bike.
Jimmy only knows how to give away bikes.
Never learned how to ride one. Let's break in all the new bicycles. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, everyone's passing me. Be careful, I don't know how to ride a bike. I don't want to hit anyone. You want to ride it? All right, go for it, little man. Okay. And after giving away the bikes, we continue building wells until we reach well number 69. This solar-powered well is specially designed to aid the farmers in this village by providing more than enough water for all of their crops and livestock, even during the dry season without any electricity.
Each panel is 200 watts. Then it's attached to a pump. That pump can pump 5,000 liters every hour. Basically, it's unlimited amount of water for this entire village.
That's incredible.
And after we left Zimbabwe, we wanted to continue to give water to communities all across Africa. So we built more wells in Uganda, Somalia, and Cameroon. If you want to see more of what we did in Cameroon, there's a whole video about that coming soon on the Philanthropy channel. Spending time in these villages really made me reflect on the importance of building wells, how it brings water to farms to feed the hungry, how it provides clean conditions for hospitals, and most importantly, how it helps the children of this next generation live long, healthy lives and build the future for all of these communities.
We await a new dawn of clean drinking water. Water is life.
And with some help from the locals, we finally finished a new bridge that this community can use for the next 100 years.
Lives have been saved, families will come together, the worries will be gone.
The 100 wells we built in this video will change a lot of lives, but not enough. Which is why before you go, I want to urge you all to go to beastphilanthropy.org/wells or click the link in the description and donate money if possible. We're literally not profiting a dime off this video. 100% of the money we raise is going to go towards building more wells like you saw in this video all around the globe. I know it's weird that a YouTuber has to do all this stuff, but someone's got to do it. And if no one else is, we're going to do it. As you can tell, it really does change the lives of the communities where we build them. And finally, well 100.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.